Hi, it's Warren Huart. Hope you're doing marvellously well. So a few months ago, we asked this incredible community, this wonderful community that we have here, to show us your studio. You sent us video, you sent us photographs of your studios. So we finally, after many hours of work, have compiled them into 4 videos. There's several hundred studios featured here, so please watch to see if your studio's in there, share it. What I love about Produce Like a Pro is you. All of you are amazing. You have created this incredible community where you leave wonderful comments, not just here on YouTube, but on Facebook, and my Instagram has become an incredible place for people to exchange ideas. So thank you ever so much for being an amazing part of this community. Please watch the video, like it, share it. This is about helping each other. The ethos, the idea behind Produce Like a Pro is I am a professional producer, engineer, and mixer. This is all I do every day. I play guitar, I songwrite, I produce artists every day. And somehow or another, we managed to conjure up a few hours in the morning and late at night to film and edit videos between our 10, 12, 15-hour days of making music. I wanted to be able to show what it's really like to make music. I'm not a professional teacher. And I'm not a guy with a lot of free time at the end of my career, you know, wanting to make videos. I do this to show you what it's really like to be in the music industry. I'm very blessed that most of the people I interview and talk to are friends of mine that I've worked with. But it's not just about the people that I know, it's about all of you. So in this, we have hundreds and hundreds of submissions of videos and photos, and we've now compiled them into 4 videos. And this is the first of 4. For instance, we have Spencer from Little Rock in Arkansas. We have Mark from Strasbourg in France. We have Terry in Nashville, Gary in New Zealand, Andrés in Caracas in Venezuela. We have Matti in Finland, Peti in Hungary. We have Jay in Canada, Caleb in Australia, Andrés in Sweden. This is just the first 10 or 12. We have people from all over the world: Romania, Rome, Germany, Quebec, Lyon in Spain, Leicester in England, Norway, Texas, Toronto, Isle of Wight, Israel, Berlin, Brooklyn, Dominican Republic, and Nova Scotia, all over the world. This is an amazing community, so please watch the video, be supportive of each other, leave kind comments, share the video, help each other, because this is about growing a community of like-minded people who help each other out. There's no experts here. We're all in it together, helping create music. The experts can go and congregate in other places. We're not experts, we're just people that love music and are passionate about it and want to help each other. As you know, I didn't go to a music school, I didn't assist in studios, I'm just another guy like the rest of us that just played music and recorded local bands, and over a period of many decades now, 2 to 3 decades, I've built a career. And so I love what YouTube can do, I love what all of social media can do. It can help us build incredible careers, and I love being able to help each other. So let's watch the video and share and like. I really appreciate it.
Hello Warren and all my recording friends. I hope you're doing marvelously well. I know I am. Warren, this is in reply to the request for a video of our humble setups, our home studios and whatnot. So I thought I'd give you a little tour of mine. I'm actually a guitar maker by trade, and this is my shop. But I love to record, and so I've incorporated a little recording setup here at my desk, and works quite well. Let me just show you some of the stuff I've got. Alright, so starting with my DAW, I am using Cubase 5. Been using it for a bunch of years now, and I love it. You know, it's just one of those things. I have Pro Tools as well. I'm just more comfortable. I just know this software better, and so yeah, that's what I use. My monitors. Here are my Equator D5s. You can see I've got a center channel one because I did. I've done some 5.1 mixes as well. I love these little guys, D5s. I'm gonna have the D8s very soon, and we'll add to the collection of speakers. Here I've got some guitar stuff, 11 rack, and this is a custom made amplifier, 22 watt 6v6 amp. I have always loved to build stuff. As I said, I'm a guitar maker, but I'm a builder, I'm a tinkerer, so most of this stuff, anything that says Origin on it, this is my own stuff. I built this stuff. So what we're looking at here, this is a 2-channel microphone preamplifier, high voltage tube mic pre, and each channel has gain. It's on a 24 position rotary switch, a nice Alma switch, and same with output, a nice 24 position switch. Below that, well, yeah, I have my tuner here, and below that is another one of my DIY concoctions. This is a clone of the ubiquitous LA2A compressor. I've got 2 of these, one here, well, one sitting up here at the moment, and you know, I mean, I just love it for smooth, gentle, almost invisible compression. I just love it. Below that, what do we have? We've got an 8-channel mic pre that I built. I call this the VP8. It's again, it's a tube, all tube mic pre, high voltage tube mic pre. Cinemag inputs and output, transformers. Just, I think it sounds wonderful. I love it. And you know, just below this, the utility stuff. I'm just using an Echo Audiofire 12 sound card and a patch bay. And this gets me through pretty much everything. And so this is my family room, and actually I like to do some tracking in here. I like the sound of this room. You know, wooden floors, I've got pine floors, and you know, the way this staircase goes up, it kind of breaks up some angles here, so it's nice. What I ended up doing was I put in a patch panel right here in the corner, so I can I don't have to run cables all over the house. And here's another DIY compressor project that I've got on the go. This is a very Mew compressor. 8 tubes inside, again high voltage. It's kind of loosely based on you know, the Fairchild topology. It's done and it's working and it sounds fantastic. I'm just waiting for my front panel to come in. I just kind of design it in software, print it out on paper to make sure it looks good, and now I'm just waiting for it to come from the front panel manufacturer. Yeah, but my DIY doesn't stop there. Here are a couple of large diaphragm tube microphones that I built. This has got an EF86 tube inside. It's kind of the circuit's kind of a cross between a U67 and maybe a U47. You know, loosely based on the 2 of those guys. Power supply box for that. And yeah, these things I really like them. They sound good on vocal, I think. So here's a song I tracked last night, actually. This is a young artist, singer-songwriter, who just lives around the block from me. And, you know, we've been working together. She's been coming over here and we've been recording.
Sometimes in life there comes a knocking at your door. You stand alone on the edge of this world and something more. Your heels sprout roots.
guys, welcome to Qualified Sound. This is my home studio in Auckland, New Zealand, way down at the bottom of the world. Small home studio, but here's a short video for you, just basically taking you around. So as you can see, we've got a couch, fridge with full of drinks and so forth for anyone that comes through. Pretty much this is the main control room. I've made these roof tiles, as you can see, just put around the room. Basically they're foam and with some wedge acoustic material on them. They do the trick, they do fine. It doesn't cost too much to do. You can put them on the walls and so forth. Got some shields here. These are shields that I manufacture. Basically I manufacture them here for the New Zealand market, and I sell them in music shops. That's called the Beast, that one. That's quite the large one. I do a smaller one as well. Really good for kick miking, kick tunneling, kick vocals, anything. As long as you've got a good mic stand to put it on. Made out of steel. Some more seats, small little drum kit, electric drum kit in the room. So to the main desk, this is sort of my main rack here. That's UA stuff there. 1176, 6176, LA 610 Mark II, and the 4710D up the top. Great pre's. Obviously a bit of a UA fanboy, using Yamaha HS80s. This is my main input and output console. This is the DM4800 from Tascam. Does a pretty okay job, 32 in, 32 out. Standard type of console, but it's got a good remote layer, so I generally do most of my mixing in the box anyway. So a couple of screens as you need, and over this side obviously some UA stuff up the top, and a satellite, and here is a bit different. We've got patch bay, which I'm patching all the UA gear in and out and so forth, an EQ, and basically a DBX PR, I think it's PX, speaker optimizer. Just it works as my crossover and so forth for the sub that's under the desk. And for monitoring, I just use a Behringer power play, which goes out to the recording room, which is out that door. Yeah, basically I'll just run you over this. This is a desk that we made, me and my friend who's an engineer. We built this desk together to basically fit my console. See if I can get a bit better of a view. Oops, sorry for the shaky camera. But yeah, we built that desk just to house all my equipment, and it's a bit of fun. Let me show you the recording room. Alright guys, this is the recording room. It's a pretty small room. We don't have a lot of room. We're on a lifestyle block farm. So this is my amp at the back for my bass stuff. Good old English made Trace Elliott. Very nice amp. Valve, blend, solid states and valves. Great sound. So this is the room. This is where we record most of our stuff. Drums, two-way communication via obviously the TV and screens. We didn't really have enough budget for Windows and doing too much like that, and just acoustic material on the wall, which works well, which works fine. Yeah, and I made these screens as well. These here, that I can put them around drum kits. They're on Z brackets, so you can sort of they all fold up into one piece, and you can just carry them around wherever you go. Put them in. Obviously, I like making stuff. There's another one of my beasts down there. Yeah. Hey, well, I hope you enjoyed my small little tour of my modest home studio. Yeah, these things you build up as you go, and you just keep your gear and just keep building and just buy good gear as you go, and even middle of the road gear does the trick quite good. And yeah, we put out some good EPs from here, so hopefully we'll be able to keep watching Warren's videos and learning some more skills and tricks to improve our skill level, so we can all get better together. Anyway, fellas, thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to watching your videos on this particular post. Cheers. See ya. Bye.
Hello guys, my name is Andrés. I'm from Caracas, Venezuela. I have been playing and producing bands for over 10 years now, and this is my home studio setup. I have a Focusrite 6i6, a core microstation that is a great workhorse with a synth and sampler, and I also use it as a MIDI controller. I have a BC Rich SE Widow, a Yamaha C70 acoustic Spanish guitar, an RBX 170 Yamaha bass, an Ibanez SR700, and an Ibanez SR505. I have 3 basses because I'm mainly a bass player. I played bass the entirety of my music career. These are my very low-fi studio monitors. It cost me like $100, but they do the job. And these are actually my good headphones, which are the Samsung SR850, which are really cheap, but they are really flat, and they let me do my mixes and my productions in a professional fashion. So yeah, that's about it. I also have an SM57 and an AT2020 I got for like $50.
Okay, so my name's Robbie. This is my home studio. I run a 27-inch iMac with Logic Pro and Superior Drummer to do drum mapping because I can't mic up drums here. I've got some cheap Yorkville monitors there and a couple pairs of headphones. This is my Line 6 Helix, which I use for all my guitar and bass tones, and I run my microphone through it too, using this Art voice channel. It's a channel strip. And this Art Proverb, which is a reverb unit for vocals and snare, sometimes guitar. It's all pretty cheap equipment. There's one of my guitars and my orange Dark Terror and Marshall amp there, and all my other guitars and a few basses to choose from and acoustics. That's my Art D7, which is basically a Shure SM7B clone. I use that for most of my vocals, going through the channel strip. And this is an old Casio keyboard I used to program my drums and do some synth parts. That's pretty much my entire setup. And then I've got an old 80s Pearl drum kit here, Sabian cymbals, and a Mapex snare that I use for getting out ideas. And that's about it. Thanks.
Okay, this is my home studio. I have an old Ludwig drum kit from the 60s. It's great. Also here is a Marshall guitar amp that I rebuilt. Jazz bass. I have some guitars here. I have Neumann AKG and Shure mics. Some preamps here. The RME Fireface is the brain of my studio, the centerpiece. And these Genelecs are great. I have also Yamaha NS615Bs. Here is the Korg Triton rack. I use the Sonar and Pro Tools. Fatar keyboard, and Jimi Hendrix is here with me all the time.
Hi Warren, hi everybody, I'm Peter from Hungary, and let me introduce you to my little home studio. I actually have just finished some drum tracking here, and that's what I got right there. Not much, but great, I would say. Cheers.
What's up, Warren? It's Jay here from Diesel Dungeon Studio in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Love all the stuff, love the content. Please, please keep it up. Thank you so much. Come on into my place. It's all a one-room studio. It's approximately 35 feet in depth and 12 feet wide. It's got absorption all the way around on the walls that I built myself, as well as diffusion. These are super chunks in the back corners here. We've got absorption all in the ceiling that I built myself, all using Owens Corning 703. Here's a panorama coming down the sides here. We also have super chunks on these back corners, and we have panels on either side, thicker ones in behind here, also straddling up there, and some more bass traps straddling the floor because that's still a corner. Here's the main control area, using a Mac as our machine here, 27-inch, with a 47-inch flat screen there for editing. And we're using two control surfaces, just some Behringer ones actually, but had a nice little wood enclosure built to give it a little bit of a vintage feel. They're all just through MIDI, Baby Huey. Mackie Big Knob here, using some M Audio speakers with a sub that I can turn on or off down under there. And I've got NS10s as well as a mono Ortone, a couple of computer speakers, and then some bigger JBLs in the back as midfields with a home theater sub hooked up to them. There is an SSL style compressor here by Chameleon Labs using an Echo interface. I actually have a Thunderbolt right behind me that I'm about to plug in from it's the new Motu 16A. Art VLA 2. These are some Golden Age projects, 1073 style pre's, 8-channel PreSonus, the older style PreSonus with a really cool saturation knob on every pre. Tube preamp from ART. Some Mackie pre's that I use as extra stuff for room mics and that. Onyx pre's that I can just patch in via line outs into the patch bay. Some API style warm preamps. Gotta have the keyboard with the whiteboard, of course, and gotta have the lava lamp. Here is power amps and things like that. Here's a little bit more outboard. Got some warm stuff. That radial was an idea that I got from Bob Horn. Awesome stuff. It was in your video. Oh, Warren. You see that, Warren? Marantz 7720 stereophonic receiver. That's powering the JBLs all the way. Warren, you also talked about this in one of your videos, the Ashley SC50 compressor. It is amazing on snare drum. Try it. And of course, Symmetric's awesome on bass, the 501. Couple other EQs, another really old Ashley EQ, amazing on kick-in, of course, DBX 160. And just going down the room here, here's this side wall, a little bit of seating, got some headphones, a couple extra mic stands. A lot of them are in use right now in the drum kit. The overheads are not set up currently. I need to, just got them out of the way. I was doing some cleaning. But I have a Birch Tama kit here, awesome for recording, a couple extra shells and storage, plenty of Sabian cymbals to select from in storage. Had a nice LED sign made for me very, very cheaply. Case of beer, in fact. There's the snake that runs over to the control area. Got a Yamaha Fender Stratocaster style, Fat Strat style guitar. Just in case people don't have a Strat and we need that kind of a sound. A wonderful Siegel 6-string acoustic. And an amazing, used on tons of tunes that I've done here, Univox P-bass style bass. And it is from the 70s, and it sounds great. You need to have a big muff, of course, an Ignator tube head, just 20 watts, but that's, it's variable, so that's all I need for in here. A Randall 412 cab with some vintage 30s as well as G12 75s, and I can alternate between the two styles of speakers. This actually sounds really cool on bass guitar if you like a mid-rangey, vintagey tone, P bass all the way. Run that with the DI, get your low end from the DI. Sounds great. Piano organ from the 1960s. A lot of the keys are starting to lose their air, but all these still work. And it's awesome for adding a little cheap vintage pad or something to some guitars. This is McFarland, a little mic locker area here. Plenty of stuff to choose from there. And I'm just going to take you around here really quick. Since it's all one room, sometimes it's nice to have guitars out here so I can mic them and actually hear them on the monitors. So this door is soundproof. It's a steel door. It came in a frame from Home Depot. I installed it. And this is a sheet of drywall here with green glue in between to add some extra soundproofing with some foam. This whole wall was actually put up, separating off the room from the rest of the basement with some soundproofing inside the walls, soundproofing in the ceiling, so the wifey and the kid, so we don't hear each other when we're making noise down here. And then I will bring mics out here and kind of toss them right in this hallway here and catch the live sound of this room that we have out here that I just finished myself as well. It was a complete gut job. This is in the basement, by the way. I'm sure you probably can tell. I want to put a patch panel there so I can bring some mics in here easier without running the cables under the door. But anyways, that is my setup. Thank you ever so much for watching. Warren, please keep up the great work. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing. Have a good night.
Hi, this is Roby Benefield from Dothan, Alabama in the United States, and this is my studio. This is my wife Alexia singing at a coffee shop 2 summers ago. Unfortunately, she passed away on Thanksgiving Day in 2014. These are my mics. I use AKG C214s. I just this summer picked up a second mic at Sweetwater's Gear Fest to record my acoustic guitar, which is a Collings, in a stereo mode instead of mono. I've just really enjoyed that a whole lot better. And this is my recording setup. Got a couple of JBL speakers. I use Cubase 8 Artist version. I have a Focusrite 2i2 audio interface. And I also just recently picked up this tube preamp by Art. It is a Studio V3 and I really like it. It has preset voicings on there and it has just made everything sound tremendously better, particularly my vocals. It just really warmed things up quite a bit. This is a project that I've been working on the last couple of weeks. I write traditional country music and let you hear a little bit of what it is.
When I told her no thanks, she had to bring up her old man. She said her daddy said.
So that's my studio from Dothan, Alabama. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing yours.
Hi, this is Juha from Finland, and this is my home studio setup. I'm on PC, Windows 10, I use Cubase Pro 8.5. My interface is Focusrite Scarlett 2i4. For studio monitors I use Behringer Truths. My MIDI keyboard is Impact LX88 by Nectar. In the corner over there we can see some guitars and one bass. No acoustic treatment right now, but I'm working on it.
Hello there, my name is Alex, I'm from Romania, I'm 17 years old, and this is my little composing and recording setup. Here is my laptop running Cubase Elements 8.0. Here's my mouse and Logitech G502. For interface I have the Roland Dual Capture EX paired with this Mackie 802 VLC4 mixer. For monitoring I have BX5s from M-Audio, as well as a pair of Audio-Technica ATH and 50Xs. Up here I have my MIDI keyboard, which is from M-Audio. It's an Oxygen 49. The only issue I have with this is that since there's not enough space for it on the desk, I am forced to keep it here when it's not in use. But when it is in use, I just have to take it, put it in here and plug this cable in. Here I have some effects pedals, which when they're not in use, I just hold them here for decoration. Distortion, a noise gate, chorus, some supernatural reverb from Hardwire. To the other side of the room, we have my electric violin, which is a Yamaha SV130, which I just love, and it goes into this Roland Cube 40GX. Here's some more effects pedals, wah and whammy. Here is a preamp that I have from LR Bags, which is one of the most important things in this little setup, because the violin straight into the amp sounds like crap, but if you add that, it sounds really crystal clear and so much better. Here is a Shure SM57 that I use for miking the amp. Here's a notebook for taking some notes. There's another pedal from Boss, compression, sustainer. Many people say that you do not need a compressor pedal for your electric violin, and while that might be true, you can really use this attack boost if you want to emulate the picking noise from a guitar, for example, and this does make the violin quite a bit more versatile, I find it. To this side I have my acoustic violin, as well as some carrying pouches for the microphone and the headphones, and here are just some cables and patch cables and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It surely gets the job done.
Hey everyone, it's Mick from Rome, Italy. I'm 16 years old and this is my bedroom. So here's the bed. It's a super small space and I have a pretty basic setup. I have this 21 inches iMac, the Yamaha's HS7, I have the Scarlett 2i4, then I have this quite an expensive USB keyboard that I use for playing virtual instruments, that kind of stuff. I have these AKG's headphones, and then the best bit of the studio, which is this 25 euros dynamic mic that I use for everything, I guess, because it's my only mic, and it really sucks, it's not that good, but it's the best that I that I can have at the moment, that I can afford. And at the end of the day, it does the job well, because I'm more of a singer, songwriter, rather than a producer or engineer. So I need a space where I feel comfortable so that I can make the best music I can, and what a better environment than my bedroom. So, you know, I track, I compose, I do all that kind of stuff here, and it seems to work pretty well. So that's about it, and thank you very much for watching.
Hello, it's me, Frank, and I'm going to give you a little virtual tour of how Cafeína is looking at the moment. It's still not done, but it's looking better and better the more I do to it. We'll start over here. That's my Fender acoustic. Below that, my HD system, HDIOs. 32 in, 32 out. My Fender Electric. See the yellowing of how old it is. My Randall Wurlitzer organ. Little jazz band on the top. Tambourine. Yes, Jordan, I'll eventually give that to you. This is the control center thing, and basically 2 pairs of speakers, control surface, preamps, patch bay, and a MIDI controller. That's the drum set right there, Yamaha Stage Custom. It's vintage. From the 80s. Sounds really good. Mic'd up, ready to go. Over there in the corner, some CDs I've worked on. I'm gonna call them records. Let me see. Right there, some local influences. Then some events like 60. Stellar Adam, Zora, Calafrio, Skyvaleros. Over here in the corner we got more guitars, another MIDI controller, music stand. Basically that's how it's looking.
Hi guys, my name is Fernando. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I wanted to show my studio off here for Produce Like a Pro. So here's my studio setup. I'm using a very small bedroom as my home studio, but amazingly nowadays we can do fantastic things with such a small little room. Of course, in here we have King Edward, because I am a guitar player first and foremost, and a huge array of guitars, some imitation Gibsons, lots of Ibanez's, one that I have painted myself, and of course Eddie Van Halen model, and my go-to Ibanez, an Ibanez bass. Yes, I love Ibanez. And I also have a fantastic microphone that I use for just about everything. Everything is DI. There's nothing going on as far as miking. Too many great amp sims out there. Tons of virtual instruments, which of course this is used for. And I use Pro Tools 11. I also have my Focal speakers, which are amazing, to say the least. Yeah, so Scarlett 2i4, that's the other thing. Fantastic. And nice ultra wide screen monitor, which I got after Warren brought it up in one of his videos, and it is amazing, and really, who needs the 2 monitor setup with something like that? So thank you, Warren. Yeah, there's a lot of music that gets done in here, and I mean, fantastic what we can do nowadays. So hopefully some of you will hear it. Thanks. Take care.
Okay guys, this is Ralph Muller from 22 Hertz. Give you a quick studio tour. So far I wrote this album on it. And we can go. We can look at it from a different angle. Okay, let's start over here. We got some pedals over here. This one I got because I watched Warren's video. Got some keyboards over here. Moog Little Fatty. Got a regular like $100, you know, just to quick ideas, and it's on 24 hours a day. Here we have a Virus Axis KC. Over here we have a guitar amp, Marshall Valve State. Got a subwoofer over here. It's a Blue Sky subwoofer. My main monitors are Klein & Hummel 0300s. I use Cubase 8.5 as my main DAW. We've got a MIDI controller over here, Arturia. It's a 4K display, really handy when you're working in a DAW environment. We have a fader port here, which I usually use for the final mix. We have a monitor ST controller here. Then we have, let's go to this side, keep the good stuff for last. We have a Ibanez Gem 6-string over here. We've got acoustic Taylor guitar over here. We've got a bass guitar here. Ernie Ball Stingray. There's the drummer. He's taking a break. Okay, at the top we have a RNC stereo compressor right here. This is also a Shure SM7B. I use that mainly for vocals. My main mic. Not too expensive. Then we have a Dragon compressor by Slate Audio, very versatile. We also have some old DBX 900 series. I got some compressors, EQ de-esser. Then over here we have a Lexicon Reverb, PCM 92. Right underneath it is just the main unit of the Dangerous Monitor ST. Then over here we have a API A to D. It's basically two API 312 preamps. It's also converter, but I don't use this converter. Over here we have a Tube Tech summing amplifier. Has 20 inputs. I use 18, so I sum like the stems at the end for the final mix. We just have a patch bay. We have a headphone distribution. We have a tuner, MIDI Express 128 MIDI hub. Down here is where the main sound goes in and also out. That's a SSL Alpha link. So I send 18 channels from here into here when I do a mix down. Yeah, I'm on PC, so this is the main computer for that. And I think that's it. Peace out.
So I really hope you enjoyed the video. There is so many incredible studios, and it's wonderful to see people making music on the humblest of systems to some of the best. I mean, there's some incredible gear in there as well as just little home setups. So thank you ever so much for being a part of this. Please share and like and help grow this community, because you are wonderful and you look after each other so amazingly well. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing, and I'll see you all again very soon.